Have you ever felt like you're just an ordinary person, maybe a bit impulsive, sometimes messing things up, but deep down you have a huge heart and a desire to do something great? If so, you have a lot in common with one of the most famous figures in history, the Apostle Peter. His story is one of incredible transformation, and it all starts in a very humble place. Before he was Peter, he was Simon, a fisherman from Galilee. His life was about nets, boats, and the daily grind of catching fish. It was tough, physical work. Imagine the smell of the sea, the feel of the rough nets in your hands, day in and day out. That was Simon's world. But one day, everything changed. A man named Jesus of Nazareth walked up to his boat and said something that would alter the course of history. "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Just like that, Simon left everything behind: his boat, his nets, his old life. He, along with his brother Andrew, became one of Jesus's first disciples. From that moment on, his life was a whirlwind. He wasn't just Simon the fisherman anymore. Jesus gave him a new name, Peter, which means rock. An interesting choice, because Peter was anything but steady at first. He was passionate, outspoken, and often acted before he thought. He was the one who boldly stepped out of the boat to walk on water towards Jesus, only to sink when his faith faltered. He was the one who, when Jesus asked who people thought he was, had that flash of divine insight and declared, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." It was a powerful, defining moment. Jesus responded by saying that upon this rock, this confession of faith, he would build his church. But for every high point, there was a low. Peter was fiercely loyal, but his humanity was always on display. At the Last Supper, he swore he would never desert Jesus. Even if everyone else did, he promised he would die for him. Yet, just a few hours later, in the courtyard of the high priest, filled with fear and confusion, Peter did the very thing he swore he'd never do. 3 times he denied even knowing Jesus. The sound of the rooster crowing that morning must have been the most heartbreaking sound he had ever heard. The Bible says he went out and wept bitterly. Can you imagine the weight of that guilt? This could have been the end of his story, a story of failure. But it's not. This is where the story gets truly powerful. After Jesus' resurrection, he made a special point of seeking out Peter on a beach over a charcoal fire, eerily similar to the one where Peter denied him. Jesus asked him a simple question 3 times. "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Each time Peter answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." With each affirmation, Jesus didn't bring up the denial. He didn't shame him. He restored him. He gave him a new mission: feed my lambs, tend my sheep. This was the turning point. The guilt and shame were washed away by forgiveness and grace. The impulsive, fearful fisherman was transformed into a bold, fearless leader of the early church. On the day of Pentecost, it was Peter who stood up and addressed the massive crowd in Jerusalem. The same man who had been too scared to admit he knew Jesus was now proclaiming his name to thousands. And on that day, 3,000 people joined the new movement. Peter's journey from there was extraordinary. He performed miracles, preached with incredible power, and faced intense persecution. He was imprisoned, but miraculously escaped. He was a central pillar of the early Christian community, guiding them, encouraging them, and helping to shape the very foundations of the faith. His letters, 1st and 2nd Peter in the New Testament, are filled with wisdom, hope, and practical advice for believers facing hardship. Tradition tells us that Peter's life ended in Rome, where he was martyred for his faith. It's said that he requested to be crucified upside down because he felt unworthy to die in the same manner as his Lord. Peter's story is so relatable because it's a story of a flawed human being who was used for an incredible purpose. It's a testament to the power of second chances, of forgiveness, and of how faith can turn our greatest weaknesses into our greatest strengths. He wasn't perfect, but he was passionate. He failed, but he got back up. He was just a fisherman from Galilee, but he became the rock. His life shows us that no matter who we are or what mistakes we've made, a genuine heart and a willingness to follow can lead to an extraordinary life. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content just like this. See you in the next video.